welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Now, the more keen-eyed of you will have already noticed something a little bit different. And if we go over to here, you'll see that I now have $144,474. So what I decided to do was just go ahead and take out a loan, because the truck we're going to buy is going to be fairly expensive, so that should cover it all. But we're just going to go ahead and we're going to buy that mod truck that I was talking about. We'll go ahead and we'll go to the Peterbilt dealer, because that's where it's at. So yeah, here we go. Key Shadow Walker's Dodge Bighorn. So obviously we're not going to go with the day cab. We are going to go, however, with keep it looking classy with the aluminum Mercury sleeper, even though it's really damn small. That, I want to say that's a 36. That's a little bit bigger. But yeah, I want to say this is like a 36. It may not even be that, to be honest. But I don't know, I just always like the look of those sleepers. Only one chassis. I mean, the other one adds a red frame, but not really interested in that. So for engines, we went ahead and I installed Johnny Cash's 3408 engine pack. So let's go ahead and let's do. Should we do? You know what? Let's go with the Airstore 600. Why not? 600 horsepower. It'll be pretty powerful. And we'll back that up with. Okay, apparently right now we can only get 6 speeds. Oh boy. Not even a direct drive. They're all overdrives. Why is there like 8 million? It's all the same transmission. What? Well, no, the gears in between must be different. Okay, let's pick this one. A little bit better for normal cargo. And it's the only interior available. Paint job, we're gonna go with. Let's see, Cobalt looks pretty good. Actually, that dark green looks pretty good too. Violet, nah. Midnight, nah, jade green's too bright. We're gonna go with this Zafir here, because I like it. It's a vibrant metallic blue. And then go ahead and I'm gonna add some accessories, and I'll just cut to the finished truck. So here's our finished Dodge Bighorn. With the rugged look with the wide front wheels, because we are going to be using it for some special transport stuff. And, well, some heavier loads, because, I mean, we got the 600 horse cat in it, so why not? So, yeah, let's just cut straight to the cinematic showing our new truck. Well, I'm gonna be honest, I thought it was gonna put us at my, or at the dealer that I bought the truck from, but, Alright, I'm gonna do some small seat adjustments and whatnot, and then we'll get into the freight market, and we'll figure out what job we can take, that's fairly short, so I'm not giving you guys a hour-long video. So, tried to make it to 2 loads, couldn't get to either one of them in time. So I decided to fast travel to Spokane and do a special transport. So as you can clearly see, we've got the massive tech part behind this truck. So yeah, let's hop into the cab. I got the window open. so you guys can hear this glorious Air Start 3408 cat for the first time. So, without further ado, just the idle on that thing, man. Nice and lopey. Like I said before, the only thing I don't really care for is having the 6-speed transmission. But, regardless. Alright, well, let's get rolling. Oh, she's working. Realistically, we need a lot more gears than we have. Went ahead and skipped ahead to me getting out of there, because that was an ordeal and a half. I suspect we'll be limited to 40 mile an hour. We probably should have gone with the... And awesome, we've crashed a vehicle. Well, there's $500 we're not making now. Just because the phone doesn't show speed limits, I'm going to pull up the GPS. Go ahead and close that window. Not sure what it means by keep between the escort vehicles, because I'm clearly between... I must have been in the wrong lane. It must have considered me in the other lane. Yeah, that was an ordeal and a half getting it out of there. I aimed for the wrong, basically aimed for the wrong entryway the first time, so had to finagle it around to get it out. That's why after I kind of take off, you'll see a little bit of a skip. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh god, that is so close. Oh, I don't like that. Alright, we're gonna have to swing this wide. It's also partly why I went with a shorter wheelbase truck. Instead of getting the big, long, like the 60-inch stand-up that's available for this truck, I went with the Mercury. It puts the truck on a shorter frame, so it keeps a lot of maneuverability that I wouldn't otherwise have. Alright, well, we're limited to 40. So, the mileage-wise short trip that I was hoping for is not going to be the case. Well, it'll be mileage-wise, but not time-wise. Right, lane change. Still a little agitated that, I guess it caught the escort vehicle pulling out of the terminal, and that's what I got fined for. That's the only thing I can come up with. But yeah, we're definitely making a statement with our first haul with this truck. I didn't put beacons on it. I guess I could have. It's back to the right lane. This is going to be kind of a slow-going trip. It is 20 miles shorter than the original routes I had planned, but unfortunately, like I said, both of those I had one it disappeared as soon as I got there, and then the other one was too far away. It was like, it was going to take me like half an hour to get to it, and it expired in like 20 minutes, so just wasn't going to risk it. So we ended up, like I said, fast traveling to Spokane to get this one. Ooh, boy, that's getting close. Does kind of suck that the phone doesn't show a speed limit, but oh well. I'll just, probably in between videos, I'll swap that out for the actual GPS that goes there in the corner. Just for the sake of simplicity, and that way I can keep the route advisor off the screen as much as possible. Go ahead and go the less intrusive version. So yeah, big, massive freaking load. 600 horsepower, 1,950 foot-pounds of torque. The only thing is, with this gearing, it really has nothing in the low revs, which really sucks, but I mean, not really much you can do, you know? I end up actually having to turn this engine down because it sounds really freaking loud even in the cab of the truck. I don't know. We'll see. Definitely sounds a lot louder than the other ones. So while I'm aware in real life this truck would not be able to drive in California due to their emissions laws, obviously this is a video game, and I probably will be making California deliveries with this truck. Just putting that out there now. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep the Ram in the middle of the road. Kind of that white line in the middle of the Ram's head. Of course, at least these exempt me from having to go through way stations. God, that is so close. Honestly, that's scary. Beacons, I don't have a headache rack, I don't have a toolbox, but, you know, they let me take this load anyway. Because why not? Alright, 68 miles to go. Gonna ride the outside of the curb if possible. Yeah, so definitely a interesting first trip with this truck. Kind of hoping maybe Shadow Walker will do the other Dodge trucks at the time, because they all used this same cab. I think there was a 650, an 850, and the 950, and they all used the same cab. Love to see somebody do one of the Dodge cabovers from this era, but I don't think that's going to happen. Like the A series or the L series, or no, it was L series. The L700 was kind of more or less based on the cabover vans, but but I think I want to say L1000 was the big, just giant square, basically. Dodge had a lot of interesting trucks. I think they were the first out of the big three to get out of the big trucks, though. I want to say they probably stopped in 77 or 8. Maybe a little later, but I doubt it. Chevy stopped in, I want to say, 81. Now, granted, GMC went on until like 87 or 8 when they got bought out by White. Or that division, rather, got bought out by White and then Volvo. And then Ford sold off theirs in the late 90s, and those trucks have became the... Oh, no. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Jeez, that's... Sorry about the idiotic driving. But yeah, the Ford Aeromax in the mid to late 90s is what became the Sterling, because Freightliner bought Ford's heavy truck division and then brought the Sterling name back, and I don't really know when they stopped making them. Say late 2010, 2011, I think. And they basically used that same front end the entire time. I think the only thing that changed was basically the very front of the hood for the grille. That was really it. Yeah, I know my dad drove the last of the Aeromaxes, and then him and my grandpa both basically drove the first of the Sterlings. They didn't like them. I mean, they don't like the slope-nosed aerodynamic trucks anyway. But, my dad was particularly not a fan because he would always call them a turdling. My grandpa did appreciate the way a couple of the ones that he drove. He thought they drove really nice. Yeah, the company they drove for at the time was using Sterlings. And my dad was one of the first guys to get a T600 Kenworth. And then when they went back to that company a few years later, they both ended up with T600s. They didn't stay there very long the second time around, though. Actually, when my dad started with that company, he owned a Western Star 4964 that he had leased to them. I barely remember that truck. I want to say it was like a Series 60 Detroit with a 15 speed. Oh boy. Oh, come on. Don't slow down like that in front of me. Damn it. Okay, gotta be mindful of our surroundings here. But yeah, I want to say, well, I know for sure it was a 15-speed double overdrive, but I don't remember if it was a Detroit or Cummins. I'm pretty sure it was a Detroit. It was one of the older cab trucks, so it was the same cab that Autocar used. Oh boy. Cheap. Oh, frame drops. That's not helping. This isn't helping. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. I'm pretty sure it was a Detroit, but yeah, it still had the old cab and the old style sleeper that I think they did away with in like 95 or 6. Truck was a few years old when he got it. Guess I didn't get close enough to discover that viewpoint. And luckily we only got 12 miles left, and of course it's on the curviest roads known to man. have to... Yeah, I'm actually gonna have to brake the truck. We're coming into Grand Coulee. And of course, these you have to park. You can't just skip parking like I typically do. Oh boy, more friggin' frame drops. Jeez, these are horrible. Come on. It's 10th throttling. I guess my laptop's getting hot. Well, luckily we're almost done anyhow, so no big issue here. Alrighty. I guess they give you a little bit of a hint where to go. I wonder what this massive tech part actually is. What dust it's kicking up. Jeez. FNOX News. FNOX News? FNOX News? Sounds like sneezing. Alright, let's push that parking brake and shut the truck down. Hop out and look at our handiwork. Yeah, pretty good looking if I do say so myself. Well, alright, let's unload the trailer and get to the, in the job screen here. 130 miles. 145 XP, though. Doesn't quite push us up into level 6. But, you know. Alright, well that's going to do it for this episode. So, we're back up to 13 grand. You know, about 500 bucks short of where we should be, but oh well. We'll be paying $1,800 a day in loans. So, yeah, we got that going for us. But we do have our own truck now, so that's probably the biggest plus out of all this. But anyway, that's it for this one. I will see you in the next video. Have a good one.